Okay, in this video I would like to demonstrate how to configure a pycharm so we can use it on a Python project that uses a virtual environment created by the UV tool, and also how to run files from the directory in which they are actually stored. And this is my preferred way of working with Python files in running them from that specific location. The project we'll be looking at is the one here. It contains of an image folder containing a single image, a source folder containing a Python script we need to be able to run from inside that folder, and finally we have this main.py file. So let's take a look at how it looks like inside pycharm. First of all, we need to open the project, so we can say open, and the location of the project is already here. And let's see what goes on. We can try to open the main file, and now it complains that there are no Python interpreter configured for this project. And we can either use the setup UV tool here or try to create it on the command line. I would like to create it on the command line because it shows a few more details in this step for doing that. So let's try to do that. By opening the pycharm IDE, this hidden folder has also been created and it's named .idea. If I right click here, I can say open in terminal, and we can make this somewhat bigger so we can actually see what happens. So now my console is opened inside this directory, and I can state uv init to create a new virtual environment or create a project that uses a virtual environment using the UV tool. It uses a name for the project based on the directory in which it is in right now, and it also means that I can actually run the program now by saying uv run python, and then the name of the Python file I would like to run. In this case, it's main.py, and then it states it will be using Python 3.13, and it creates a new virtual environment at this specific location, and that the program finally failed by this error message, no module name CV2. And the issue with this no module name CV2 is that we haven't installed OpenCV in this specific virtual environment. And we can do that by writing uv add, then opencv-python, and that will use uv to download this package and ensure it's installed inside this local environment. And this also allows us to actually run this file once again. And now the script succeeds, and we can see the current path from which it was running, and that would be the same directory as we are in here. I can compare to pwd. And we can also see the size of that test image that was loaded, and everything seems fine. So now I'm able to run the file I'm interested in, and we can also see if we can actually run the file inside the subdirectory. So again, that's uv run python and then main in source, and that provides more or less the same output, apart from this name of the folder is a bit different. So we can go out of here, and the final way we can actually run the file inside that folder is to specify the full path for that, like source/main in source.py. And this will run the script in that directory from the current directory. And in that case, it actually fails to read in the image file, and we see we get an assertion error like this, and that's not ideal. But let's go back into pycharm to see if everything is set up. It's actually quite good at detecting these things by itself. So if we open the main.py file, we can see it here and we can run it by clicking up here, and similar on the command line, we get the same output here, so that's fine. And inside the source directory, we can also run it and we get the output we expect. So now you're ready to program in this environment.